Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? Survivor Digest, Joshua Leary, Slipperhouse Extra Extra YouTube channel. And I know everyone is, if you're tuning into this video afterwards, after this is live, because I'm just doing this live. I'm just going on it live um, because it is sort of some breaking Survivor drama, major drama happening within the Survivor 9 cast. And this is all being broken down by Sage, the third place contestant on Survivor 9. She broke it all down for us. And I got the down there in the description below of her entire uh, manifesto. Sage's manifesto is in the description down below. You can check it all out for yourself. Very in read. I recommend reading through all of it. But I do have some shots where we can pull up behind us. Let's start with the first one. That's real good. You know, this was the first thing she put out here. It says, I'll probably talk more about this when I get around to posting about my experience in Survivor the game, but I wanted to put it out there that I saw a theory that Sophie Segretti, that's Yellow Sophie, being bad during pregame in terms of talking. As some people know, I was the alternate for season 47. So this is Sage talking, by the way. So I get the unique experience of being able to compare pre-game for 47 and for 49. Talking during 47 pre-game was 2 out of 10 tops, with 10 being the worst ever. Talking during 49 was 9.99999 out of 10. So it was a lot. It was a ton. They were talking nonstop this survivalist. Very interesting. Very interesting from Sage. Let's dive a little further in. As she says, it was a 9.99999 out of 10. It was insane and caused our game to actually start during the pre-game and absolutely influence dynamics within our game. There were definitely tears to the talking offenders. I'll speak more on this later, but when it comes to Sophie Segretti, that's Yellow Sophie, she was hands down the best behaved person in our cast. She wouldn't even look at anybody during pregame. I actually thought she was the alternate for the season since she wouldn't talk to anyone, which is very, very interesting from Sage here, because I saw that Yellow Sophie was kind of like suspect number one. She was kind of like suspect number one when the whole is someone cheating during the pregame of Survivor 49 rumors were going about. I mean, I saw the video. Who put it out? Who was the video? Once Upon an Island, something like that. They put out a video, and I watched that in full. And I do not think now Sage's manifesto here, I do not think that Yellow Sophie is the one responsible, because Sage is kind of just letting it all loose here. I think maybe a Sophie responsible, and I may have some inside information on that. We may have cracked the code personality wise on maybe who was a little chatty during the pregame, and I'll tell you how I figured that out. What's going on, Joe? Good to see you, Joe, and good to see you, Darn Chicken. What's going on, Darn Chicken? We're talking about Survivor 49 and the drama that's going on with that whole thing. Yeah, this is what Sage posted, and I stole this from Reddit. It's going all over Reddit, by the way, guys. This is all over Reddit. This is getting taken down, 100% taken down, and you will be banned if you post this in the Survivor Reddit. So I took this from r/Survivor Ponderosa, which is a great Survivor subreddit. I recommend it if you're a Survivor fan. It's much better than the actual Survivor Reddit, which they will just ban you for saying anything negative about CBS or anything negative about really the show entirely. But especially anything that's NDA disclosed or behind the scenes a little too much that they don't want disclosed to the public here. This right here is the stuff. Yeah, Sage posted this to her stories here, and it got hit on Reddit really quickly, really quickly. And I've actually got more on this. Let's see. Got more on this. She posted another one here. There have been many questions about the talking that occurred during the game. Please do not draw conclusions based on this information. There will be more that will come later. The people involved, blah, 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 they will likely deny it. She says she's going to name names and that they'll likely deny it. She hasn't named the names yet, but we're here to speculate. We're here to speculate because it's juicy. It is juicy. It's probably the best thing to come out of Survivor 49 so far is Sage letting it rip, right? And letting you know that everybody was being a chatty cat before the start of the game. They started the game just pretty much as soon as everyone got together. And who was the most talkative? She's going to let everybody know. Eventually, she's going to let everybody know. And you can read the entirety in the description down below. Click the link down below in the description, and you can read everything there. But she says here, while that it is strange to me, I understand that it's a game. Blah, 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 blah. Involving the pre-gaming. Yes, I wanted to reach privately in a respectful way. This is what I'm talking about. Everybody to be respectful and do it in a respectful way to take accountability publicly. Yeah, see, there it is. I will eventually be naming names. This isn't a desire to hurt anyone, but accountability can be uncomfortable. Yeah, dude, she's going in here. She's going in here. So the allegations for the pregame cheating, which is just talking and conspiring and making alliances pregame while you're at Ponderosa. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. And she's saying that while she was on for 47, she's hanging out of Survivor 47, and at Ponderosa said the talking during that pregame was like a 3 out of 10, like maybe, like not on the Richter scale at all. And then she said the talking during 49 pregame was like insane. Like the game just started immediately. And that's going to be due to a couple people, right? Tots, going on? If you ain't pre-gaming, you ain't trying. I mean, you can't be just like, boom, isolating people right off the bat. That's not pre-gaming. That's just gaming, right? You're just gaming, taking out the pre. And at least in my opinion. Yeah, but I have a little bit of inside scoop. I feel like I have a little bit inside information on this, and that's because I did a Survivor 49 cast breakdown on this channel, and a few days after I did this, and I'm not a large channel talking about Survivor. I'm not a large channel at all. 400 some subscribers, not big, right? Breakdown where I'm, the season is not aired yet. I am just looking at the cast on what Entertainment Weekly is saying about them in their little interview. And one of the last people I read about was Sophie Bellardi. Okay, that's Blue Sophie. Soph, right? Our second place winner. Our second place runner up, my bad. Yeah, so she was at the bottom of the list of the people I was reading about. So she's down late in the video. Just so we're aware, down late in the video. And she left a comment. Sophie Bellardi left a comment on Little Ol' Me's YouTube channel. And she didn't like that I yada yadaed over her grandma. I've been very public about this. She did not like me yada yadaing over her grandma. So Sophie Bellardi decided to leave a comment in the Survivor 49 cast breakdown. The comment's still there. Go check it out for yourself. I said, rooting for you, Sophie, as a reply. But this just had me thinking, like, this girl was vanity searching her own name before the season even started, to see what people were going to be saying about her. Now, that seems like somebody that might be doing a little bit too much talking during the pregame, right? Someone that's too involved. And I mean, as soon as the season ended, this girl was on it with TikToks, with the posting. I mean, I saw her on Instagram, TikTok, any way you could find. The algorithm knows I enjoy Survivor, and there she was, Sophie Blarty, right? Not Sophie Segretti, okay? Not Segretti, Bilardi, okay? That's who my speculation's on. Anybody vanity searching their own name and leaving a comment to see what other people are about them. Little old me, a nobody on YouTube. I'm a nobody on YouTube. Like, how many views did that thing have? Like 30? And Sophie Bilardi, and she scrolled far enough into it to find herself and see what I had to say about her. And I think I was pretty tired at that point. And I said, yada yada yada. Her grandma died. Yada yada. Blah blah blah. Me 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 blah, blah. Right. And then you had the whole incident with Jake. I mean, she was on the tribe with Jake. That whole tribe just seemed like they were demolished on purpose almost. Because that snake bite was fake as hell. That thing was so fake. That's just my belief. And I'm going to stick by it. That snake bite was fake as hell. Everything about it was fake. And y'all just wanted Jake out of there, bro. I blame you, especially if he was one of the ones chatting it up like crazy, which I believe him. I believe it's him. And I can say all of this. This is just speculation from me, right? This is all allegedly. I would align, he says, I would align myself with people of color as shields, Jesus, then tell everyone if it's pregnant, and tell everyone my birthday on the merge of tribal council. You might, you might be small, but the presentation is world class. Thank you, Tatsu. Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I really like going to the extreme, dude. You're just taking every like Survivor trope and just throwing it all in there once. I love that. I really love that. But yeah, this is pretty insane. This is a pretty insane situation here. Like I said, Sage just dropping the you know Mazel Tov cocktail, just putting it at a tree and lighting that sucker up, like and then a coconut tree in Fiji. The whole island's about to burn down because Sage is letting us know what's going on in this pregame drama. Because we saw, like I said, we saw a little bit on this pregame drama. Once Upon an Island, his video, fantastic, by the way. I'd recommend checking that one out too. I don't have a link for that one, but I do have a link for Sage's fantastic writing on experience with this game. I mean, she really gets into it and breaks everything down vote by vote. So I recommend reading it. It is kind of insane how much she's peeled back the curtain, at least from her view. So I definitely recommend it. But yeah, this is crazy right here. And like I said, if you post this to Reddit, if you're going to try to post this one to Reddit, if you're going to try to uh, on the Survivor Reddit, anything Survivor actual CBS affiliated, they will ban your account and will strike you down and say you are not welcome anymore in this Survivor community. So Survivor Ponderosa, if you want some more, flagrant, uh, you know, crude content, then check out Survivor Circle Jerk. I don't recommend that one, but it is there, and they kind of just let loose over there too. But Survivor Ponderosa is a little more tame, a little more Mad Magazine about things. There's Saban. What's up, Saban? Saban will be joining us later tonight on our New Year's Eve edition of Pro Wrestling Sauce. That's right, Pro Wrestling Sauce live tonight, New Year's Eve. Going to be talking Carlito. We met Carlito. We're going to be talking the Palmetto Championship Wrestling event attended, me and Jacob, and that Saban is a training wrestler over at Palmetto Championship Wrestling as well. So Saban will be joining us there, and he says he just watched Jake get bitten by the snake. What a that was totally yeah. I told you that shit was fake. No good. It just came off like I watch wrestling. Come on, come on. I've literally Jake the Snake, and I've seen a snake bite someone, man. Oh, a sea crate bite. Oh, it's tiny. It looks like a dot. Like, oh, get out of here. Get the hell out of here. I don't like Sage due to her victimhood mentality. She acted like a gross person talking about bodily functions. Savannah had grace and gratitude. Now, I will say I don't dislike any of the cast because of this. This isn't like a thing I dislike about the cast. This is just in the rule book that you're not supposed to be talking so much during the pregame. That's the main thing I find interesting about this. Everything else in Sage's manifesto, you can take what you will with it. I'm not covering anything else, any of the individuals on how she felt about everything. I'm just talking about the supposed cheating and who I may be suspecting. Okay. The snake was a paid actor. Yeah, I know. It's a good actor, too. Um, Ask Macho Man if that snake was a good actor or not. My favorite wrestling storyline. Remember when Big Boss Man fed Al Snow his dog? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I do. When I just met Carlito recently, and I asked him. Well, I told him. I said I really enjoyed. I said, hey man, I really enjoyed when your bodyguard stabbed John Cena in that nightclub. I said I like that. I like that. He was like, oh, what? Why do you remember that? He asked me why I remembered that. I was like, I don't know. You know, if I ever came across Al Snow, I'd probably mention Big Boss Man's supper that night. How was that? Yeah, the snake. I think both snakes were paid actors in the situation. Macho, Jake the snake, and the other snake. They're both paid actors. These are acting snakes. Jake not fully bitten by the snake, whatever that was that he had, sort of weird panic attack or whatever the hell. They were like, he needs air conditioning. Let's get him off the island. Total wuss move, in my opinion. And just to back on what Tatsu was saying, I also believe Savannah, my bad, had grace and gratitude. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think she's, hear me out. I know that it's a mess. It's a mess pre-game here. That's what it sounds like. Mess pre-game. Alliances are, that's not right. And I agree with that. And I would like to know who's doing most of the talking. And I like the drama. I love the juice, right? As many sips as possible. 100%. But Savannah's my favorite winner of the 40s. Absolutely. She really break it down. I saw someone doing a tier list. I might have to do a tier list on the channel of my favorite 40 winners, right? Before we get to Survivor 50. Favorite 40 winners. Telling you right now, Savannah's going to be S tier. She's going to be right at the top. We can go ahead and give the spoiler for that one. She's going to be right there at the top for me. I like her game. I like how dominant and demanding, and I liked the whole Mean Girl shtick. I got into it after a while. Also, what do people that win Survivor win exactly? They win $1 million with taxes included. So really nothing. And the sole survivor. Prediction: Savannah will take over hosting Survivor after Jeff Probst stepped down. That's a bold prediction, but not, I wouldn't say far off. She seems like she's just in line for that. Former reporter. She knows how to be in front of the camera. She really knows about how to be demanding and kind of cutthroat as well, which is nice. I could see her sticking a knife into a sandbag and ripping it open. 100%. I don't. Any Savannah slander will be not be tolerated here. I love Savannah. I think she's a very deserving winner. I think she dominated the game, possibly dominated the pregame. We don't know, but I don't think it was her really necessarily. I think that tribe that got demolished from the start was talking like crazy and really setting, uh, you know, the core on who was going to be sticking together, right? And I think, and you heard my guess. I think it was Jake. I think Jake was talking a bunch. I think Sophie Bellardi was bunch. I think she was talking a bunch. Okay, she was definitely vanity for what people were saying about her. What little old me was saying about her. UNP paying for cameos for decades. Ah, that's it, man. That's so funny. You didn't block your coast clocking Savannah's forehead. Shh. Come on now. That's Nate. That's what Nate does. That's like his shtick, is to find the best in people. Oh man, Tatsu, funny man. Damn, I forgot Nate did that. Damn you, Nate. Why would you make fun of our queen like that? Why would you do that? The former reporter deserves much better than that. Don't make fun of her forehead. Come on. See? Look up for. Yeah, that's the drama. That's a little bit of the tea. I mean, I'm not giving you all the tea. If you want to read all of Sage's tea, it's down there in the description below. Click it, and the whole file's right there. This isn't gonna Survivor can't block this video. CBS can't block this video, right? So if you're not going to find this information anywhere else, hopefully you found it here. Go check out the other videos. Once Upon an Island, check out that guy and his surviving scandal video or whatever it's called. It really kind of breaks some of this down for you. And we're going to get to the bottom of this. Okay, we're all going to get to the bottom of this. You guys know how about this situation, who I suspect, right? This is a game of Clue. I think it was Sophie Ballard and Jake in the by the water well with the candlestick. Okay, that's what I think. But that's it, guys. That's my thoughts on the situation. I kind of just wanted to uh, pop on here and figure out and just figure it out live, and we'll just go live. So we'll catch up and we'll see you guys next time. Everybody, enjoy your evening. We'll see you tonight for Pro Wrestling Sauce live, New Eve edition. Bye.